historian, despite the fact that he's way younger than me. So the PBs more or less balance out with that route difference in mind. Okay, we ready to go? Do we want to couch introductions?
Oh, yeah. I'm Sunhat Zenya.
Clarity. I'm Kumba.
Kumba.
Whenever you guys are ready, we're going to count you out, okay?
All right.
Wait, how come the screens are different? Oh, I said English and
US JP version. It's exactly the same besides the title screen.
All right, so 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, well, let's go. This is Megaman 1/Rockman 1, released in 1986/87 on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Right away, you're going to be seeing some route differences between both of us. I'm going cut first. What this is going to allow me to do is get to Alec Man stage as early as possible and through some glitchy means, grab the magnet beam early. Twilight is actually going to be going guts first, which is the more traditional and glitch-free route. And grabbing the magnet beam without doing the early magnet beam glitch. So, unfortunately, I can't really talk about both of us for the entire run, so I'm going to be doing my best to explain what my run is doing, and maybe the couch can talk about Twi. Between Zenya and Kumbo, we've got two really good Mega Man runners back there. But the reason we go cut first in this route is because, like I said, we want to get to Alec Man as soon as possible. The other kind of thing worth noting is that there's not a lot you can do to speed up Cut Man's stage with how, like, horizontal, vertical, like, zigzag it is. There's not a lot you can do. You can't really do zips or anything like that. And Cutman's weapon is going to make defeating Alec Man super duper fast and super duper easy compared to like the basically impossible Alec Buster fight.
So what you're seeing happen on Proto's stream right now is that she is taking hits and immediately pausing and unpausing with the select button, which reduces the knockback and allows her to run with the invulnerability frames a little bit longer. It helps get past damage. She's about to also do a wraparound on the screen, jump at the top, grab the ladder, and jump down. That's how math works.
Totally.
And,
yeah, the select button is very powerful in this game.
And Twi just took care of Guts Man. You can when the select glitch also lets you get rid of the invulnerability frames for the bosses, so it works both ways a little bit. Which you see that because Twi will just spam the shoot button and then just pause and unpause and make sure that all three of the Buster shots that can be on screen at once hit Guts Man.
Yeah, the essential idea of how that works is that iframes continue counting down even when the game is paused. So you can just let the iframes run out and then hit the boss again. So this is the Cutman fight. We don't need the select glitch because of the way Cutman's pattern works. If he's far enough away, he'll always just run. So now Twilight is in Cutman stage. So now kind of the rest of this race is, at least for the rest of the 6 Robot Masters, is watching Twilight try to catch up with me, essentially. But do remember that I'm going to have to do Gutsman stage at the end of my route, as opposed to at the start where he did it. So now I'm heading into Alec Man stage, where we're going to be grabbing the Magnet Beam, which is a super useful item. First, we have to get past the impossible Alec jumps.
You just saw Twi do a jump attempt. If you jump off the side of that and you get that, it saves about 5 seconds? 10
really?
seconds? I don't know the exact numbers, but it's worth it to try once pretty much every time you do the run, because if you do it, that's like a free 5-10 second save, and if you don't, you only lose about 5 or 10 seconds.
Yeah, the convenient thing with the cycle of shots there is if you miss that corner jump once, you can just go for it again, or like not go for it the second time, and you will just slide right between the bullets from the cannons. So Alec Man stage is very intensely vertical. That's basically all that's going on here. Conveniently, the magnet beam that we're going to get in a bit here is going to make vertical platforming a lot smoother.
Now, Proto has practiced this a lot, so this probably won't happen, but there is a small chance of a soft lock happening.
If I do soft lock, we're going to restart the race up to 1 time. That being said, it's incredibly rare that I soft lock. I don't remember the last time I did.
Yeah.
I would knock on wood right now, but I'm playing a video game, so knock on Super Nintendo controller.
Someone as seasoned as Proto will probably not be, soft locking this.
We'll see what happens. See, now the pressure's on. I wasn't going to talk about the soft lock danger until after.
Oops.
Yeah, so it's coming up on this next screen. One little bit of tech that I don't think we've noted is called ladder hops, but I will talk more about that after I do this. So by pressing down and shoot on the same frame, I am going to set myself up to zip out of bounds, then jump from out of bounds, just barely touching inbounds, to grab that magnet beam and make it out of there without
we got there.
So what I was talking about just before I did the Alec Beam grab is a little technique in this game called ladder hops. This is basically a thing for the entire Mega Man, or at least classic Mega Man series, when you're just at the top of a ladder, you can jump to start moving in a horizontal direction. It's a little bit faster than climbing to the top of the ladder, because if you make it all the way to the top, Mega Man will actually stand still for like a split second. That flea is a troll. So now we have the Magnet Beam. The Magnet Beam is literally just free platforms.
It also breaks the game.
Oh, it absolutely breaks the game, but we will get to that next stage, I think. Another big eye. Ow.
Those big guys can be a bit of a pain on some of the earlier stages when you don't have access to the Magnet Beam, because they can just decide to like send you into the boss with about 4 health left.
Yeah.
But, you know, speedrunners need to adapt.
Yeah, we'll be alright. I'm going to be taking advantage of the select glitch at the top of this climb in order to deal with Elecman super safely.
I only picked up this game about a month ago for my runs, and I've been, gradually working my way down. And one of the things I've noticed is that, like, I was worried coming from Cuphead, which was my first speed game, that, like, the music wouldn't be enough to entertain me. But the thing is that this music is absolutely banging.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So once again, just using the select glitch there, Elecman never even got a chance to fire his Elec Beam, which is good, because it would have killed me in one hit. So meanwhile, Twy is about to go grab the Magnet Beam. He is not going to be doing early Magnet. He's going to be doing essentially the regularly paced, normally scheduled Magnet Beam using the Guts weapon. And now I'm heading into Iceman stage, so yeah, Twilight is definitely catching up. Jeez. He's really good at video games.
Yeah, because even if it seems like Lexi is ahead, don't forget that Lexi still has to do Gutsman at the end of her 6 Robot Masters.
Yeah, Gutsman is the shortest stage.
Yeah, especially with Magnet Beam, but that still is a complete stage that you have to do that Twilight has, taken care of.
I was 1 pixel low to accidentally set up for a zip there. Oops.
Yeah,
well.
there's a zip there you can do. That's Ice Pixel, yes?
All right, I'm going to try this 1 time.
Okay.
Okay, we didn't get it. That's fine.
Okay.
Never mind.
Ice Pixel next time.
Next time. There's a trick I want to do there, but I've been having a ton of trouble with it, and I don't want to risk running out of Magnet Beam to do it, so we're just going to go this way. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's very bad, actually.
Uh-oh.
You don't want to be here.
Yeah, the worst part, one of the worst places in this run to be is on this area without any Magnet Beam left in the tank. Ooh, clutched it out.
Oh my god.
That's very difficult, and Lexi's extremely good at this game. If that had happened to me, I would have just reset the run.
Yeah, this is the one place in this run that you absolutely, for sure, no questions asked, do not want to die. I'm very surprised that I'm alive right now.
There are other places in this run where you don't want to die a lot in this run, but the thing is, if you die in other crucial areas, resetting is very easy. The problem with that is if you die with no Magnet Beam there, it resets you to an area where you have to sit and wait, or just accelerate your death.
Yeah. It basically ends up being faster to just take a really slow game over.
Yeah.
Swag. So this is the Iceman fight. This is basically the archetypal select beam fight.
Oh, sorry to interrupt, but Twy is coming up on potential Ice Pixel.
I don't think he's doing it either.
No? Okay.
No. Yeah, the 2009 route didn't, so Twy is not.
Gotcha, okay. I don't know this Mega Man history.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one thing that's really cool about Mega Man 1 in particular, but really any classic Mega Man, is that the kind of skill curve is really long. You can gradually add in more and more increasingly difficult tricks at a very steady pace and continue improving your run small amounts. It's not an all-or-nothing game. The route is very customizable. So I'm gonna do another zip here.
Here's where the Magnet Beam starts to start breaking the game really bad.
Doop! We didn't need to go up there.
Now that's the easy fire zip. There's also a very difficult one, which I haven't quite learned yet.
Yeah, I'm going to be giving 1 attempt at the hard zip. We'll see what happens. If I mess it up, it's not a huge deal. I do lose a fair amount of time, but it's worth attempting. Now, for now, we're just going to be doing normal platforming here. This music is banging.
Yeah.
Absolutely banging.
Slap City.
All right, so here's my favorite zip in the game. We're going to jump off this Magnet Beam and hit the ground so hard that the game doesn't know what to do about it. That honestly isn't really much of an exaggeration of what's happening during that zip.
Absolute freest setup in the game.
All right, so here comes the really hard zip. So I'm going to basically wrap the screen by grabbing that ladder at the bottom in a zip, and then setting up a zip on the next screen. No, I'm not, because I didn't wrap, and I'm not going to go for it again.
All right.
Well, we tried. So that zip would have saved about 20 seconds. So since I didn't die, it's really likely to die if you mess it up. Since I didn't die, we only lose about 25 seconds to not getting that. So no big deal at all whatsoever. Twi is catching up to me. Oh, that was a mistake. Casual strats. So now we're headed into Fireman. Once again, we're just going to be heavily abusing the select glitch to make this fight as easy as possible. Easy.
Twi, are you also going for the hard fire zip? All right, so keep your eyes glued to Twi's screen right here. We'll see if it works on this attempt. And that looks like a good setup.
No, Twi did it slightly wrong, I think, and ended up on basically the death pixel, unfortunately.
It's a very finicky
That zip is really silly.
You get to see a very long zip on Bomb Man though. So about halfway through this stage that Lexi's on right now. That Proto's on.
So we're going to start this stage by doing some knockback cancellation. If I do my knockback cancels really well, I can make it through 2 at a time. So that was pretty good. Then we're just going to use the ice slasher, I think is the name of this weapon. And head through the first part of the stage pretty comfy. So we've got some super hyper-realistic physics engine in this stage. That's how ice works.
Listen, if Sub-Zero taught me anything, Mortal Kombat taught me a lot about this, about the physics of ice.
Oh no, he froze gravity.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Obviously. So
I
here
don't think anyone here is a scientist, so no one can dispute it.
Obviously not. So here comes the second longest zip in the game. This is also basically Baby's first zip. This one's really easy. We're just going to be setting it up from the ladder and wrapping the screen, then placing a beam left, and the game is going to try and push us out of the wall that we're in and just send us all the way over there. We just saved about 25 seconds. And since we're still out of bounds, we can just fall straight through here, no problem at all whatsoever. And now we're in the Bomb Man fight.
And yeah, and of course, again, select glitch.
Yeah. Easy fight.
Bye,
So-
Bomb Man.
Twilight is about one Bomb Man stage, a little less behind me. Do remember, though, I still have to do Gutsman now. When he finishes this stage, he gets to move right on to the Dr. Wily stages.
Magnet Beam, again, though, Magnet Beam does speed up Gutsman by a little
It
bit.
speeds it up massively. So if you remember that I did a glitch to get Magnet Beam, the really nice thing about doing that glitch is that we have Magnet Beam in Gutsman stage where you're not intended to have it. This stage is essentially built around making you do stuff that you could pass with the Magnet Beam. Conveniently, we have the Magnet Beam. So instead of doing this whole section of thingamajiggities, we don't. Space Blader? No Space Blader. Didn't even get the jump, dang. So we're just gonna basically use the Magnet Beam to pass this whole stage. A little thing to know with the Magnet Beam is it will stop... Oh wow, I cut that really close. The Magnet Beam will stop if it hits a wall. So if you noticed when I was placing beams in the first part of that, or like the first, maybe about halfway through that long screen, I was jumping so that the front of the beam avoided hitting anything, but the middle of the beam can make contact and nothing will happen. So now all we have left is this corridor before we do the most important trick in the run.
And Twi is about to move on to the Dr. Wily stages, of which there are 4.
This is some pretty tight pace. I am one boss fight behind Twilight.
And there are some equalizers in the Wily stages.
So I'm going to buffer an input, switch to bomb there. Oh no, he gave me the bad pattern. What a jerk.
Gutsman is like that sometimes.
Please hit at least once. Oh my god, Gutsman, you meanie face.
There's Gutsman.
Oh, almost grabbed it. Okay. So I am about one Dr. Wily cutscene behind.
Twi is also showing off the impressiveness of physics in Mega Man
Yep.
by just freezing those
Smoothly
big
sliding
eyes
under
in
there.
one.
So yeah, in this stage, the first part of the section, you notice Twi just dealt with 3 big eyes. You want to make sure you only get hit by one of them, preferably that third one. You can get hit by 2 and survive, but that puts you at pretty low health. Corner jumps are super easy, as Twi just demonstrated. Those are actually kind of hard.
That jump right there that Twi just did is also very scary, because if you jump a little bit too early, you bonk your head and die.
I'm not going for it.
I never do. I did it my first time and never again.
Shoutouts to the Tetris floor, by the way. Ah, that's okay.
It looks like someone is very bad at T-spins.
So our Wily 1 strats are going to be more or less the same. Things are going to start to get really different in Wily 2, though. Alright, since I took 2 hits, I'm going to try and get this health up here.
Those corner jumps don't look that hard, but I promise you, they are very brutal sometimes.
They are really annoying more than anything else.
Especially when you're first picking this game up. Alright, Twi's taking on the Yellow Devil. Just going to be using Select Glitch to just get 7 hits with that one Elect Beam. And there's the Yellow Devil.
Easy.
Whoa there, thing.
Cool.
Lexi is also coming up on the Yellow Devil right now.
So one thing worth noting in this game, as I do this Yellow Devil fight that isn't very hard, in this game you can buffer inputs out of screen transitions and I think out of menus. No, I don't think you can. I think it's just out of screen transitions and like boss doors. What buffering means is essentially you hold the button and the game considers it to have been pressed on the first frame it could be pressed.
Okay, I have never seen this strat that
Easy.
Twi is doing.
Oh yeah, this is Wily 2 skips. Our boy!
That's impressive.
Nailing it. Holy moly, please clap for that.
That's very scary.
Please clap for that. He's not done yet, though. He has to do more stuff.
Is this kind of using the same glitch that lets you do early magnet?
Yeah, it's a
But just-
combination. Yeah, baby!
Oh,
Let's
wow.
go, Twilight.
That
So, Twilight just
looks.
did...
I'm sure that looks hard, and I'm sure it's even harder to pull
That
off.
saves about 15 seconds if done really well. So I'm not going to be doing that, so you can kind of compare the 2 stages. I will be doing a pretty interesting looking glitch of my own in this stage, though, so we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, I actually have to do these refights, because, again, I'm doing the skips. Twi did not. Shoutouts to Redemption. In his run, last year's August GFA, Twi messed up the Wily 2 skips and had to do them again, but he nailed it this time.
Now, Mega Man has been cloned, and Twi is fighting Mega Man's clone. Mega
It's
Man's
my
evil twin
nemesis,
brother.
protomagicalgirl. So in this chamber that you saw Twilight jump through, this is actually supposed to be Megaman.
Who just gets dunked.
Yeah, basically.
There's Twilight finishing Wily 2, killing the Proto-Magical Alt, the evil twin of Miss Proto.
So I'm going to try a neat little trick here called the Nadua Fall, named, easy to remember, after the speedrunner Nadua. This can save up to about 8 seconds. So I screen wrapped in the same way that I do early Magnet Beam, and fell out of bounds. Ah, we didn't quite get it. We didn't get the... No! Oh! Oh, I got hit out of bounds.
That's brutal.
Yeah, there's invisible spikes right there because you desync what's being shown on screen from what's actually on screen.
Twi is now glitching through the entirety of Wily 3.
Yeah, so I'll just take this regularly in order to conserve ammo here. Because we're going to need more fire later.
On the Wily 3 boss stage, there's a possibility to grab duplicates, but it's very rare, so most people will just use the Buster Shot for the first 3 stages and then use the Guts Throw on the last 4.
Yeah, what you can do is essentially press the shoot button on the first frame after the last bit of dirt leaves the screen. Hey, he just did it! Again, frame perfect, that's 1/60th of a second.
That's impressive.
Yeah, no
Those
kidding.
are some dupes. Yeah, I guess clap for that. That's hard.
Especially on that particular TV that Twilight is playing on.
And the fact
I was trying to do dupes on that TV earlier.
The fact that he
absolutely could not.
And the fact that he got 2 of them. All right, now we're coming up on Refight Skip is in the 2009 strat,
boy.
yes? Sorry, I don't know anything about the 09 strats.
There we go.
So there's a big zip down Wily 4 that's about to happen, and then a big skip, and they're both great to see.
Yeah. So Twi is going to zip across this section here. That saves about 20 seconds. Sarah, why don't you talk about Refight Skip while I do Wily 3?
So Refight Skip, I'm not entirely sure about the technical aspect of it, but basically what you're supposed to happen is you're supposed to get hit with a bomb while you have either magnet or bomb out, and just mash pause, and then you are supposed to go out of bounds, and you get zipped all the way to the next checkpoint area, and then you die. And then you get spawned right outside of Wily's door, and you get just to go in and kill him and win the game.
Yeah, it's kind of a strange trick that combines a lot of really esoteric knowledge. Ooh, am I about to get kicked out of the door? I think I'm about to get kicked out of the door. No, okay. There is a, fractional chance that if you end up in the room like that, you can get pushed out of the door, and it looks very funny.
And Twilight's coming up on time. There's 2 stages to this Wily fight, and as soon as the second phase finishes, he will be done with the run.
Yep.
Very impressive.
Trying to get a dupe. And time. GG. Wow. Congratulations, Twilight.
Excellent run out of Twilight.
All right, so
2108, okay?
2108, not bad at all. That's really good. That's better than my PB, so I had no hope of winning. All right, so just one stage left here.
Yeah.
Y'all already saw everything, so if I can talk a little bit more about Refight Skip, I guess.
Yeah.
So basically what happens, you can't normally press pause, like start to open that pause menu when you have a weapon out. However, if you do it when you've taken damage, it will still cause Mega Man to do the little teleport animation. And the interesting thing about this teleport animation is that it makes Mega Man move up slightly. And so what we essentially do is move Mega Man upward. And then the explosion of Bomb Man's bomb, for some, I have no idea why reason, if you're high enough up on the screen, triggers a zip. Easy. That's the fast
like that.
setup for that trick.
Yeah, you get basically one chance with the magnet beam, and then if you want to try it again, you have to use the bomb strat. Which
you don't have to, but it's a lot easier.
Yeah, it's a lot more. It's a lot easier, a lot safer, a lot more consistent.
I don't have much ammo.
Nah, but you can make that work. Bring it home. You are on your last life though, so just be careful.
I have full health. There's no way I'm gonna die.
Okay.
Famous last words.
Possible I go wrong.
Who's ready to do this 32 times?
Me. Time.
Nope,
sorry,
not time.
sorry.
Time.
Sorry, I thought you had one more select. Now time. My bad.
Give it up for our racers!
Woo!
You're running back next time? Running back?
2301. I will take that. Absolutely.
Alright guys, give it up for our racers, Twilight and Proto. Let's go!
Hello. Hello.
Twilight, you want to say something? Yeah?
Here, we got the mic.
Oh, you got the mic. Okay.
Okay, so obviously thank you for racing with me, Proto.
That was great.
Yeah, there's a trick coming up in this stage that I can try. Literally.
Oh yeah. Let him try this.
Yeah.
James, you ready?
Here, can you take this? So what Twilight is going to try and do is by spawning, or not spawning a bunch of things, well, what's going to happen is Twilight is going to make his way across this stage normally, and then upon reaching a certain point, Twilight is going to basically wiggle back and forth in the air in attempt to generate arbitrary code execution and hopefully reach the credits. He might end up crashing the game or causing all sorts of other weirdness. I have no idea why this works. Let me be clear.
So, Proto, are you saying it's a butt wiggle to end the game?
Basically, yeah, there's a little weirdness. Oh! Party water! Very good. Yeah, so I don't know why that's a thing, but it's a thing. You can cause all sorts of weirdness with Ice Wiggle. So thank you so much for watching the first ever race at Games Finished Adequately. Congrats, Twilight, for beating me handily.
guys. Good
It
job.
was very fun.
Yeah.
If you want to get into classic Mega Man speedrunning, you totally can. Check out megamanleaderboards.net, where you can find a link to the Classic Mega Man Discord and the Classic Mega Man Speedrunning Compendium, which is a compendium of knowledge for speedrunning Classic Mega Man. Simple enough. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. So we have one donation.
Oh?
Just want to read real quick. Sorry, I just have to. 9 minutes. Okay, so the donation is from BWOJ424. Donated $10. Looking good, team. Good job, guys. Good job. So give it up one more time for the racers. All right, we're gonna run Super Smash Brothers.
Oh, boy.
Okay. All right, so we're just gonna turn off. Okay, just go.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
What happened to Big Law? He's not able to...
Oh, thank you, thank you. Do I give you change or is this good? Or is this? That's good. Thank you.
I just don't want to put it down.
Yeah, you can keep that.
The butt wiggle to.
Oh, boy. I spawned a fake bullet, Bill.
Out of all the outcomes that could happen, that's the one that I want.
I mean, it's a 3-color cycle, so.
What is that from?
What?
The color cycle. Oh, I did something. Did I?
You guys.
Did I just credits warp?
No. You cleared the stage.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Let's go to a different stage. You're gonna see what happens.
Oh boy, I've never seen this before. I've never managed to actually beat a stage with that arbitrary coat. Oh dear. Is it just graphical?
Yeah. Now, like, you can stand out here.
That's amazing. I keep trying to high-five you, and you keep shaking my hand, and, like, don't get me wrong, handshakes are great, but sometimes I just want to Anyways. Stay tuned for Super Smash Brothers.
James, do you have Twitch?
Yes. Food.
Russ,
It's finally food. Yes.
food.
Yeah, take that one. Use that one.
This?
Yeah.
I want to use the internal. Internal's more stable.
Okay.
That was such a good race.
Just put the input here.
I know.
You can take out yours.
Last time I was here, it was like something like modern dance music. Because gamers.